Well, thank you so much for sharing your very fascinating story with us. I mean, going from 50 cents to $5,000 in 2 weeks, just using a database and, flying by the seat of your pants. That's pretty amazing.
Crazy.
So if you had one piece of advice to give to any of our listeners today who maybe are, maybe they've lost a job or maybe their business isn't doing so well right now because of the whole pandemic situation. You've been through it, you've done it, you created success out of a really not such a successful a story. You turned it all around. What is the one sort of piece of golden advice that you would advise anyone going through that right now?
Okay. And this is the same advice I give myself, and I remind myself, and sometimes my husband also is the one who reminds me. Who can we help? It shifts out our whole mindset. Yeah. Who can we help? Who can we help right now? And whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I'm feeling like a challenge or something, I look out for someone who needs my help. One thing, it feels like, I'm worthy. It puts me in the state like, oh, I'm worthy, I am able to help, so I'm not a victim. I'm always
yeah, as women, that just, we want to help, but doing it in this way is maybe kind of a new spin for us. So that's a really good point.
Yeah. So when we can help, and always notice this. Yeah. Whenever you give something, notice how you feel, whether you're happy with it and all that. You give something, even small things, something that you can, even the good words. Okay, I'm just, if you allow me a little bit of time, just about this just happened about a few days ago. I've got one refugee calling me, and she said, I'm so embarrassed. I say, what's going on? She said, I know, you want us to be, very independent and all that, but she's really stuck with rent. She can't pay rent. And then she said, I'm just finding a way. And she's trying to ask for help from people, and a lot of people are not answering her calls. So I told her, at that time I was like, I didn't say, okay, here's the rent money. No. So I told her, you go and pray, and then let's ask your landlord for another week of extension. Let's all see what we all can do. And I said, don't stop helping people. And but she says, yes, I know a lot of poor people in my community, I will help them, either helping them, get to their beds if they're invalid or whatever. So she does a lot of good work. So within 5 days, and today I've got somebody who told me, Mushida, I've got some money. Who do you need in your community who really needs some, she's got a donation to give. And I said, I was thinking of that person who just asked me for the rent money. And I gave her a call. I said, look, I got some money, I'm going to transfer it to your bank account. And she was like, oh my God, you told, I did everything you told me. I help people, I pray to God. And, she said, this is an amazing thing that happened. So it is, sometimes you feel like you're stuck somewhere, but never stop praying. Always think of something that you can help others with. Like for her, she's always helping this refugee, and the money came in other forms. And there was a reason why she called me to ask for help, because somebody called and said, hey, anybody who needs some money? I've got money for, during Ramadan, they want to donate some money. And I'm thinking, this is the amount that she needs to pay her rent. So I said, this money is going to go to her. So
it is. So that's where both sides work. So the one lady made herself visible and asked for help, and the other lady made herself visible and said, who can I help? How can I help?
Yeah, exactly.
And the two teams came together, and there was some success. So
when you have that giving nature, just think of something that you can give, that puts you in a different energy altogether. And never forget to also receive, because energy blocks also happen when you don't receive. So women, I notice, also have sometimes challenges of receiving. So just receive. So when you give, you see something good. Yeah.
Just receive.
Yeah. Give and receive. That's the law. That is the law. That is where the energy, money flows. Yeah.
Oh, that's an amazing story. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know I will be approaching things differently from now on, and you know, more focused on how can I help, what can I give, and really maybe digging through my database, seeing what kind of value I have there as well. So that's really great advice. Thank you so much for joining us, Rashida. And if anybody has questions for Rashida or wants to connect with her or find out more about the work she's doing, and she's got a lot of things going on. She also has a women's meetup group she runs once a week. She's got this international business connection project going on with her app. And she does business coaching. So, you know, she's been there, she's done it, she knows her stuff. And she knows how to get through these types of situations very well because she's been there and she's succeeded and pushed through it. So thank you. It was such a pleasure having you, such an honor having you all the way from Kuala Lumpur. Thank gosh for the internet. And especially at a time like this, it's amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.